Hey guys, it's 1998 KP or Kyle, whatever you guys prefer to call me. I respond to both. Um, all right, so as you can see, guys, there's a lot going on with Backwoods. Um, I'm gonna try to hit on some key points. I'm gonna try to keep kind of on the straight path to get all these points in. But there's a lot that I need to cover, and I'm gonna try to make this a fairly short video. Just because I don't want to spend too much time on this because there's so much else that I have to do. I guess the best place for me to start is why I fired all the administration staff. I guess we'll start there. I think the biggest point or the biggest reason I felt the need to do that was because administration, um, pretty much since the dawn of time, uh, I felt wasn't done correctly. It was set up poorly, in my opinion, and I don't have anybody else to blame but myself for that because I'm the one that's in charge of all of it. But I neglected the administration staff and how I wanted that to run because I was so focused on development and other stuff that really I should have taken time away from and kind of stepped back. And I tried to do that. I promise you guys I did try to do that. But then came the problem with some development issues. Developers honestly were fighting with each other, and I had to go back and put more time and effort into that. And then, we had our chief of staff resign, Kylo. He left due to his own reasons. I'm not going to get into that because I don't have any hard feelings to Kyle or for Kyle or any hard feelings pertaining to that situation with Kylo. Sorry. Um, it just things happen. Um, but it's really just kind of gone downhill from there. And I'm not blaming any of the admins uh, individually or anything like that. But I'm not going to take 100% of the responsibility because, a lot of those admins did kind of use their power that I entrusted in them in the wrong ways. And that's just how it is. Again, I'm not blaming people as an or anybody individually. It's just kind of as a group, it was not pretty, and it was set up to fail. So I do apologize to them for that because I didn't take the time to set down the foundation that they needed to be able to build off and be successful and to continue. And then I think I let a lot of people have too much power. There's too many kings in the castle or to say, I guess. There's just a lot of that going on and a lot of fighting. And um, me as an individual, I'm very anti-conflict, so I would try to avoid those situations when I absolutely needed to be in there. And so there's a failure on my part. It is a big chunk of it is my fault, but I'm like I said, it's not 100% something that I'm gonna put on me because I know that there were people doing things that they really shouldn't have been doing. I mean, that's just yeah. But I mean that's with administration. I'm gonna basically what I'm doing now since I fired everybody is aside from fixing the games, which I'm gonna get to in details on that. Um, aside from fixing the games, I'm going to sit down and kind of just detail out what I expect from the administration. Move forward with that, put the foundation there for them, and then work with an individual, somebody, whoever I choose to be the chief of staff, whether it be Ellen again or somebody else, um, to make it kind of better, to make this something that is not going to cause me a headache and that's not going to stress me out. Because that's something that I've had a really hard time with, is just the amount of stress that comes with the community. So moving on to the games uh, and kind of the development side, I guess. Um, there's been a lot of uh, fighting and bickering between the high comm staff. And I'm not trying to say any of this to throw anybody under the bus and stuff like that. Anybody under the bus. Um, it's just stuff that, the community should know, especially because of the stuff that's going on. Um, a lot of the high comm was bickering with each other. I'm not going to give out names and stuff like that. And it just kept causing problem after problem. And it caused me to completely keep my attention on that because I would have to sit there and make sure everybody was behaving. And then as soon as I would try to like step away, something would happen and I'd have to go completely back into like, you know, the teacher mode where the teacher watches the whole class, make sure they don't do something stupid or anything like that. I had to sit there and watch them. Um, and I mean, honestly, it's my fault because I gave some people too much power than I should have, and it's in how I did it was what caused issues. Um, so that again is my fault. I mean, overall, the reason that the game and the community is in the state it is because of my failures. Now, I am apologizing for that, and apologizing to everybody that I've let down in that. Um, but I'm not perfect. I've tried to make the correct choices. I've tried to do what I think was best for the community, and this is the first time I've ever done anything at this scale. Like, as you guys can see, I chose. You can see all my side groups. Sorry, guys, those are other projects. Don't worry about those. But you see, Backwoods is right here. I felt it was fitting to do the video with kind of just this. I know I'm sorry that it's boring to some people, but it really is just an explanation. Um, but you can see that there's 48,000 people that follow the group. Not all of that is active. I know that. Not all those people are actually there. But that's still 48,000 potential people that I have let down due to not leading the group in the correct direction and because of the choices that I've made. And so, despite the fact that I've had all these issues and that stuff has gone the way that it has, I'm still going to try to revive the group because I honestly did sit, or the game. Um, I did honestly try to sit and think about. I sat and thought about um, just shutting it all down, just completely shutting everything down, and starting with a new project. But that's not fair to the people that have been loyal to Backwoods. So instead of just shutting everything down and doing all that, I'm gonna sit down and kind of do a one last big effort to try to make the community um, almost to the point that it was, but better. Because I don't want to quite go back because it hasn't always been, the perfect sunshine and rainbow scenario. It's been kind of rough. Um, but I do owe it to you guys to continue to try for all the support that you guys do give me. Um, but yeah, there's gonna be a lot of angry people because of what I'm doing, and I just ask you guys as the community to kind of understand that this is basically what needed to happen in order for the game to progress. Because in the way that we were heading it was basically a sinking ship, and I found myself on that sinking ship almost alone. There are people that have been standing by me, and those people are going to get recognized for that. I'm not going to throw people just into the water to try to lighten the load and maybe make the ship sink less fast or less fast. I'm going to take those people and try to repair the holes and continue to work on the stuff. I completely have sidetracked a little bit from the main point, but like I said, important stuff that needs to be said. As for the games, I might shut them down temporarily until I can fix a lot of the stuff that's going on with them. I don't know how long or when that would be. It's just a possibility because I don't want to keep broken product out there for you guys to keep playing and dealing with because you're putting up with bullshit. It's I honestly see it. It's just bullshit that the game runs so poorly. And I've been trying to work with individuals to change that and it's kind of like I would say one thing, it would completely get disregarded, almost like the roadmap, and then like 6 other random things that weren't even on the roadmap would get shoved into the game. And it's kind of like uh, when you make a bowl of cereal, I guess is the analogy I'll use. You pour some cereal into that bowl, but you just keep adding milk till it's overflowing. And you're like, well, maybe those 2 or 3 Cheerios will taste good. Eh, yeah. So I'm gonna try to go in, rip out all the stuff that's broken, that's just working horribly or half-assed in there, and just rebuild from that, from the point. Because I know for a fact that we can get the game running almost flawlessly. We're still gonna have problems with exploiters because you just can't do much against exploiters. I don't see why people exploit, but somehow they just get their kicks and giggles from it. But that's them. It's whatever. It's their life. Um, but as for like running factor and how the game should be running, I'm gonna do whatever I need to make sure that it gets to that point, because I owe it to you guys for putting up with the bullshit that's been going on. Um, so I mean that's really what's going to go on with the development stuff. Um, just kind of after that would be just maintaining everything and making sure everything runs smoothly. And that sounds easy, but I am going to venture to guess that that's going to be a pain too. Um, and we'll just see how it goes. But I do want to say that I've had to sit and kind of weigh the facts because yeah, I do make money from the game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say I don't, but a lot of that money does go towards paying developers, um, contracting developers for GFX or other stuff, and it does get pooled to other places. It's not or purely just profit, and I try to um, make that evident. And I try to base the game passes fairly, base them off of like I use kind of like a 3 different categories, like how bad can this game pass get abused by somebody, um, how much hype is behind it, uh, you know, and will it be relevant? Like, will it be something that people will want X, Y, and Z down the road, like a month or a week or a year or something like that. And I try to base the price off that. But in turn, like when I do higher priced game passes, it's more to deter RDM FRP, which obviously is not working. So I'm gonna try to bring down the the prices of game passes for new game passes. I don't want to try to do that for older game passes. However, I'll put out better sales, but older game passes because it's not fair to the people that had bought the game pass at original price. So there's going to be some things with that. Um, I'm always trying to help you guys, and I'm always trying to make sure the community is happy. It's like people pleasing, I guess, but I can only do so much. But I am very thankful that you guys have continued with Backwoods through all of our hardships. When the game got shut down, when we had to rush to get out the other game, and that get like Burnwoods, and it's still kind of in state. But there's just all of this all the stuff that has piled up, and I keep getting off track. I'm sorry, guys, but all this stuff does pile up, and it does weigh on me. I guess emotionally, just because it stresses me out. And I like when I saw the games that the player counts were getting to be just like 0 or like maybe 5 or 11, and it's been consistently doing that. It's kind of made me depressed because, I've put so much hard work into this game. Despite what people say, I know a lot of people think that I've just kind of slapped a lot of this together, and uh, I haven't. A lot of the stuff that got put in by some of the other devs has, but like in terms of running the whole community and trying to do all that, it is very stressful. And I do ask for people that criticize me to understand that, because there is so much that goes into running a community than just doing development work. And so I ask people to understand that, not only for me, but for other community owners, whether it be, Gate Studios with Fire Simulator, or I don't really want to mention other names because I don't want to get into like weird copyright territory, but like, um, other games like that. I mean, none of these videos are going to be monetized. No idea who that person is on Steam, but good job. Um, there's all sorts of stuff that I'm rambling about, but keeping on main points, it is a very stressful thing to do. At first I was like, oh, this is going to be pretty kick ass. I'm going to be able to sit there, have fun developing my games, make money. It's not at all like that. So anybody that wants to be a future developer, keep that in mind. It's not just that. There's a lot to it. But anyway, that kind of just leaves uh, the topics that I was going off of. But I mean, that's really all I have to say about what's going on and where the direction of the community is going. Again, I thank you guys for keeping with the community, helping, you know, helping other players understand that there's stuff that's going on, and sending me supportive messages, because I do get a lot of people that message me and say, I love the game, that I am very thankful that you've made this, good job and all that. And I don't always reply to those, and I apologize, but there's so many people that say it. And I don't say that to like gloat about it, but there's just so many people that say it that it's hard to kind of get replied to everything. So do know that I do appreciate the support that you guys give. And that's what's kept me going, because there's been a lot of times that I've just really not wanted to deal with Roblox. Um, I have really just not wanted to deal with Backwoods and just all that. But you guys are the reason that I keep doing the stuff, because it makes me happy to help, or to know that there's some people out there that enjoy the game, that enjoy the hard work that I have put in, and others have put in. It's very important to me. Um, if I was just here for the money, then I think it would be very evident, because I would just start racking up prices of things, and everywhere you'd have purchases for this, and stuff like that. I do have to have purchases for some things, but I made a decision when I first started it, that I would put the community before anything else, and that has been in a lot of aspects of stuff. So I try to give back what you guys give me, in support and stuff like that. But this video is pretty long already. As for the topics that I haven't gotten to, I guess I'll probably do another video. I'm gonna start trying to do more videos on the account, how-tos, or maybe just development videos, tips and stuff like that. But this is something I enjoy to do, and I enjoy the feedback that I get from it. So I'm gonna start. Wow, even though I can't speak, I'm going to try to make sure that I get all this situated for you guys to get the game set up correctly. Um, Again, thank you guys for standing with Backwoods, especially when we are kind of a polished turd at the moment. I apologize to the people that have a vendetta against me due to X, Y, and Z reason. I don't want to fight with anybody. That's not my main goal for being here. You know, there's a lot that's going to be coming, and I hope that it's for the better. Again, guys, thank you for supporting the community. Thank you for helping the community. You know, and I'm sorry to the administration staff, especially the trainees that got fired. It's just, I feel that it's necessary that I start completely over, and I know a lot of you are frustrated with that, but I really hope you understand, and I hope you community members understand as well. Um, we'll have to see what the future brings for Backwoods. Again, thank you guys. You know, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I guess I'm supposed to say something about liking and subscribing to the video if you want more stuff. I don't know. This is kind of just something fun for me to do. So I'm not here for the subscribers or anything like that, but like and subscribe so I can be cool YouTuber dude. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Again, thank you.